How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich, and welcome to TNT Stocks, episode 13. The actual date is June 8th of 2025. Simulated date is January 2nd of 2026. So this marks our first video that is moving into the new year. I'm excited about completing out 2025 in the simulation and starting a new year and seeing where we are at in the stock market if we were doing if this is simulating for real. I do want to apologize for getting this video out pretty late on a Sunday. I did have Army Reserve duty this weekend, my regular weekend Army Reserve, so it was a busy weekend, and so yeah, I'm pretty worn out. So getting this in a little bit late. I also want to say that you may hear me sniffling and coughing. I do not edit these. I don't have editing capabilities, and I have been a little bit under the weather, but I will try to muffle those sounds as best as I can. If you do hear any of it, I do apologize, but it is what it is. So we'll drive on. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into 2026. So our criteria is we do one video per week. We'll simulate 1 month. I will create videos when available at home, not while traveling on Army Reserve duty or vacations. Any week with a missed video will not be considered a simulated month. Each video will simulate loading $100 to the TNT Stocks account. Stocks will be under a live 1 month probation time unless a selling exception is made. All stocks bought or sold in the simulation are actual companies with their actual end-of-week closing stock prices. This month we bought 3 stocks at the price range of $2 to $70. Let us see what $100 per video would look like over time. Disclaimer, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. I am not qualified or certified to give professional investment advice. Day trading has high risks involved. Any gain or loss is out of personal risk. Past performances do not guarantee success in future stock purchases. It is highly recommended that you do your own due diligence when it comes to deciding which stocks you will buy. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our portfolio. So, I split these 2 slides for our portfolio up because we are building our portfolio so much that it is taking up 2 slides. The last video was kind of looking congested, and I decided to go ahead and split this one up to make it look a little congested. So on this slide, we'll start with the stocks we sold. We did go ahead and drop JetBlue Airways Corporation. We took a hit of $6.80. Sold our 4 shares at $4.88. We did sell Not Offshore Partners LP at 7 shares, $6.34. Took a hit of $1.12. And then Callan JMB Incorporated sold 8 shares at $4.82 with a hit of $6.40. So it was not a profitable weekend for us. We'll just call it what it is. In reality, it was not a fun weekend in the stocks again. This week, I really don't know why it was. I think maybe it had to do with Trump and Elon Musk taking jabs at each other and their breakup. But it started off rough, and when these particular stocks hit my criteria for selling, but it did start kind of bouncing back at the end, and we actually did kind of move in the right direction in our over-under, which we'll get to in a little bit. But some of these stocks, we've been riding the wave and trying to wait them out to see when they come back up, and they're not coming up. And like I said, these met my criteria to drop, so I dropped them. Our top money maker is still Meta Alpha Technology Holdings Limited. If we sold that today, we would have $14.56. If you guys remember in the last video that I shared, this is one where I inadvertently sold from my own portfolio. And I'm still pretty disappointed that I sold this from my own personal portfolio because I believe in the last video it was sitting at $3.70 per share. And now you see over the past week it's gone up 4 cents. So on a rough weekend or in a rough week, it maintained. When we bounce back next weekend, it's going to go even higher. Um, but for this simulation and for your viewing pleasure, I'm glad to see that the stock is doing well. I just wish I was able to capitalize on it. AGL still looking pretty rough. Still diving in the wrong direction. If we sold this one, it would sell at 20. We would have a hit of $24.64. This is one when we purchased it, I believe, not this line item on the next page, which we'll go ahead and go to that. Yeah, this second line item here. When we bought this one, I was talking about how I felt like we were buying low. So you see we paid $2.89. Let's see what yeah, when we bought it here, we paid $5.68. So it keeps dropping. Not fun to watch, but let's hope that it does. If the markets start bouncing back, let's hope that that one does come back some. Not a whole lot to talk about on this page as far as anybody who's doing anything great or not great, except for AGL. So we'll hit on the stocks that we did purchase. And I'll be honest with you, we're getting so many, I'm kind of starting to lose track of if we already have some of these or not. So we may be buying more of what we currently have. So we got some Concord Medical Services Holdings Limited, bought 9 shares at $7.14. EQT Corporation, 1 share at $56.39. And EchoStar Corporation at 17 shares and 48 cents. So now altogether we have a total of 175 shares. And you see there, if we sold them all right now, we would have a hit of $83.58. So still looking pretty rough. But you'll see here on this slide, it was moving back in the right direction. Last episode, we were down negative 91.43. And I also talked about I want to get a kind of a percentage of what that is over our total portfolio amount. But I didn't really have a chance to research if Excel graphs will allow me to do that yet. So I do apologize for that. Again, Army Reserve weekend this weekend, so I really just did not get a chance to play around with it. We are actually going to be out of town next weekend. Won't be doing a video next weekend. Maybe when I'm hanging out with friends and family, I'll take a dive in here and play around a little bit and see if I can create that, because I'd really rather have this as a percentage amount versus a dollar amount to illustrate a little bit more about how this is in the overall investment total that we have in our portfolio. But driving on, our income did drop to $2.92 with the hits that we were taking with the sales over the past week. Our take home stayed the same because none of the stocks that we sold did produce were in a positive to produce an income. Our total amount invested in our portfolio is sitting at $1,173.74, and our total in our account is at $1,285.08. And then you see here's the combine of the over/under income and take home. So you see how this is really starting to jump around and kind of really starting to look like a portfolio stock market graph. Sorry. And then the combine of the investment in total, and you see how that's kind of starting to separate a little bit. So after removing the stocks that we did sell, here is how our portfolio does look. You see, after we did remove those, we jumped our over under to $69.26. So that's good to see. Let's hope that it either let's hope that it goes back in the right direction that we want it to be. So in the next graph in the next video, it looks like it's had a big move. So that's what we have for now. I do hope that you guys got something out of this. I do hope that, and now that we've covered 12 months of simulation time, you can see how a portfolio can change over that period of time. I still would not say we made any serious money. It's kind of crazy to think that over this 12 episodes, our income is only, or 13 episodes, our income is only almost $18. But let's hope that the market does start coming back, and let's hope that some of our uh, stocks that were riding the waves on AGL, talking to you, does move back in the right direction, and we recoup some of those funds that are in the negative, and let's hope that some of these that we just purchased while they are low grow to big numbers. I'll be honest with you, while we want the income, I really don't want to sell any right now. I want all these to grow and get big to a point where we can sell it and have and make some decent money on it. So again, hope you guys got something out of this. Hope you are able to use some of this information when it comes to your day trading adventure. So without all that being said, good hunting on your day tradings. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, share, subscribe, all the above, and we'll see you all in a few weeks for the next episode. Until then, take it easy.